Hey guys, welcome. Mike here. Welcome to vidme.io update. A lot of you guys asked if I would record this, so I'm recording this. And I'll just kind of give you the reason I do these is there's new people all the time. Um, to give you an update where we are as far as the platform, we're officially 15 days old and things are going very well, guys. And still a little bit in beta mode. We haven't turned on all the features yet, like live and everything, but I'll share some of those updates with you tonight, which I think you'll start seeing more lives even starting tomorrow, which will be fun. But we're very close to user-generated content, etc. But I'll highlight that a little bit more. Um, so what are we? What is this? It's a membership-based platform. And I think a year from now, especially 2 years from now, if you're an early adopter, like most of you here, well, really all of you here, because we're 15 days old, it's kind of like being on the front end of YouTube and Netflix and Instagram, TikTok, all in one, where uh, it's membership based, so it's curated content. You have access to exclusive things that you wouldn't have. And I think even right now is if your only goal was to level up your life, whether it's to improve every area of your life, the different areas, I call it the big three, is the things that'll be relevant to people 100 years from now, or do I have loving relationships? Do I live in abundance and do I live healthy? Is my body and mind sound, or do I wish I could be? And you're going to have all that. You're going to have all the cool stuff of uh, any social media company, the entertainment, the arts, the athletes, the gamers. But for those who are interested, you'll also have access to some of the best teachers, master classes on the planet. My daughter Angelique's here. You could attest, so they know that I'm telling the truth. We made you go through classes, etc., to upgrade your life. True?
Yes.
Yes. Are you? Did it help? I'm not putting her under duress to answer those. What's that? Yes. She's got ice cream. I didn't give you that. You went and got it on your own, so I'm not bribing her is my whole point. But I can just tell you this, it's meaningful enough for Barb and I to do it with our kids. I think it would really help not only yourself but your kids. And so anyway, um, I'll just kind of walk you through this is you have access to all these creators, master classes, entertainers, etc., for one price, $34.99. And if you added up even just the classes on there now, and I'll tell you some of the fun stuff that's real close to being added tonight. Um, it's we wanted to be the most value driven platform out there where if you really want access to a lot of these things of people who are the best in the world, that you can't find it better priced anywhere in the world, and with the intent to actually help people. And so that was really the whole driver of this is really we were reading The Map of Consciousness by David Hawkins, and he said if you have an attitude or service that helps other people achieve their goal, you have universal power and universal appeal. And that just rang true to us. Like, you know what? We're going to create something special for everybody, for you, for the content creators, for people that want to share it and earn a nice residual income with Vidme. We have a really cool affiliate plan, which I'll share with you. But here you can see if you go to vidme.io, we had a pre-launch, and if you were a pre-launch member and you reserved a spot, or uh, you can go to vidme.io now, use the same email that you launched or that you started your free membership with, and get started today. That even if you didn't start initially, it'll still hold your place if you've shared it with other people. We'll be starting an email campaign, a go-to-market strategy here next week, explaining this to people that you might want to get through some of your people here, guys. But at the end of August, if they don't become a real subscriber, those positions basically get removed, and we're off to the races with the platform. So, it's videos, it's series, it's shorts, it's categories. We'll talk a little bit about live too. You're going to see a lot more lives. Like right now, if you want to just we're just streaming Bloomberg News. If you wanted to see that it works, we've been testing all of it. It's been working flawlessly right now. So you're going to start seeing a lot of content creators. We'll be doing podcasts, interviews, a lot of live stuff to really give value to people more and more here. And if you've ever been part of a startup, it's pretty cool. It's exciting. It's not for everybody, but the early adopters, you guys, I think you'll be well pleased. And there's a reason. uh, Peter Thiel in his 0 to 1, when he started PayPal and different companies, he said, "Hey, do something that's never been done." I don't think there's been a lot of competitors to these other platforms. I don't think we're doing that. I don't think we're competing with anybody because, as you'll see, we started out with the idea that there's billions of dollars being made with all these other platforms, and the stockholders, the shareholders, the platforms keep most of the money. What if it was we shared it with everybody that wanted to participate, the creators, if you want to just be a fan, if you want to share it with others, as ad dollars come in, we'll share that with everybody, which is pretty cool. And so we've just created one of the most generous affiliate programs in the world. So you can see here is like some of the things I've been watching, shorts, start here. These are videos. I'll talk about that in a minute. More and more videos by the end of the week. Hopefully, guys, we'll have this video series um, built out for the average person where you can just share. We're going to show real time, how it is if you want to be an affiliate and take part of that, where you can share it with people and you can share it with thousands of people you want. Just show how easy real time the back office, like, wow, I just made some residual income by sharing this and somebody became a member. And as well as something that you can send to influencers, content creators, that should be all built out by the end of the week. So Chris just apologized. The core team guys was they had a bug go through and Chris was literally down for the count for about 7 days. So I told him he needs to listen to me a little bit more. So and anyway, so we had thought that would all be built out last week, but it's coming. So featured series, etc. It's pretty cool. Some of the stuff happening, and go from there. So $34.99, one price. If you look at, I'm just showing people school, for instance. What is this? The Ab Crew. I'm going to share a little bit tonight. I'm going to go through like Tom Ballou. He built a $1 billion company with Quest Nutrition. He's also got a hugely successful podcast right now. And he's got to be part of just that community. It's $119 a month. This guy's got over 1,000 members, just a pickleball school that people pay $39 a month. If you're pre or post-menopausal, this lady's got 1.4 thousand members at $49 a month. The idea with Vidme is when you start adding all that up, it starts to get a little pricey. We're bringing in some of the best creators. You name it, people are coming. And if you want to be one of those, if you want to, I told my friend Kathy, I said, uh, she went to the Air Force Academy as well and was an Olympian, just a stud at. And I was like, you should do pickleball school, Kath. So we'll see. I don't know if I convinced her, but if not, you create a pickleball school. We just want to be a one place where it adds value with everybody. It's a community where there's cross pollination, and everybody's intent is to help other people uplift in life, which is pretty cool to me. Or Patreon's another great membership example. Um, it's interesting if you go to their website, Patreon is a space to create what excites you most. Creators, fans, nothing in between. Patreon gives you a direct line of access to your fan community with no ads or gatekeepers. Real-time group chats, comments, DMs, even directly over email. You can connect more deeply, build real community. True. Um, Cool. And it works. Like if you go to Sean Ryan, I was sharing with somebody earlier, I said, my boys like the Sean Ryan show. Every show, guys, they're like, hey, guys, they're creating a VIP membership with their Patreon account. And it's the same price, I think, as our one price on Vidme. And so they really just get sort of a modified community where I think you're going to see a lot of these people come on Vidme because they realize, wow, you're doing everything we thought we were willing to do. The cool part here, guys, is as a fan, you can actually earn incentives by sharing the platform as well, which you really can't do with Patreon or school or any of these things. So anyway, let me just show you a couple more things here. So whoever brought you, they have an affiliate link that you can share. What I want you to is realize as well, by the end of the week, we should have those videos for the average person to just share how easy it is to share the platform, where you could share that with thousands of people, and you could simply, um, share Facebook, Twitter, or copy the link, send it through email, text, whatever you want, any other platform, and it's smart enough to know it came from you. They'll connect them from you forever. So I think the next couple videos you're going to see this week, a drop here where ideally anything you'd ever need as a creator or just a fan where you want to go share this, you're excited about it, is right there. And you, like I said, you can share it with thousands of people. And I'll talk about how generous that is if that's something that you want to do. But it starts with a membership, guys. We wanted to make the $34.99 the most valuable membership-based platform ever, and cool stuff happening. So if you do sign in um, and create a membership, you're going to land here. This will be I just created this. This is my account, Freedom One, and just so I could show you. But you're going to see a couple things back here. Your affiliate intro link, platform referral link. You can use either one, or you can just click on those videos that we're creating to send to anybody you want. You can do as much as you want. I think where you really want to go, if you go to earnings, I don't register anybody with this. This is just to show you. But if you were part of the handful of people that launched in June, you could go to your earnings and go to commissions, and I'm just going to show, it's going to show you zero here, but if it actually had commissions, you could request withdrawal, and those are getting paid out this week, which is kind of exciting. Um, there's like I said, it was only open for a few days in June, but there's people that got hundreds of dollars in just a couple days, just to show you that it works, which is pretty cool. The main thing you're going to want to go here is go to resources, affiliate tools. Okay, so if you're foreign, different markets, you might want to take a look at this iPayout e-wallet. That's what we're using. It's a global platform to share affiliate earnings with people. And you can go, you know, pretty much almost any country in the world where we're allowed to do business, where there's not a strict intervention with the US. You can get paid out in multiple currencies, Bitcoin in a lot of cases. If that interests you, already existing Visa, Mastercards, there's you can find a way to get paid if you're really serious about that. All the legal documents here if you wanted video libraries, email updates, etc. Um, but this membership referral program, if you want to actually see how simple this is, and I think what you'll see is don't let the simplicity surprise you. I'm going to go through this, but I'm going to share this presentation PDF with you and kind of walk you through this. Okay. So you can share this with people or not. You can do your own. We just wanted to create something. Like I said, those videos coming out by the end of the week, I think is enough of a teaser to explain this for you, where you can share to your heart's content. Um, and just kind of an overview of really what I'm sharing with you guys tonight. It's more than a social media platform. We really wanted to impact humanity as well. If that doesn't um, if you're not really interested in that, fantastic. What's really cool is I'd encourage you to participate, just because the science and the research behind this, guys, is when you're part of something that is actually benefiting humanity, it elevates your own life. Why that happens, we don't know, but there's been over 23 peer-reviewed studies that if you're part of that, it actually uplifts your own life. Like your marriage starts to get better, and your finances start to get better, and your health starts to get better. It's really a fascinating thing. It's kind of like the old adage, do unto others as you'd want people to do unto you. It's really pretty interesting, and it turns out that's really how the whole world designs and functions as well. So um, that's pretty cool. This is just some of the trainers, teachers, a small fraction of what we already have, but to unlock valuable content for a little over $1 a day, it comes out to be $1.15 if you do it 365 days a year. Um, access courses, podcasts, master classes. You're going to start seeing a lot of live events. I'll go through updates here at the end, just where we're at, and you name it, as far as content, business, AI, personal growth, wellness. I kind of explained this already, Vidme versus other membership platforms. If you go onto these other membership platforms, you have to pay individually for each community. What we wanted to do here is have all the different creators, etc., um, for one price, $34.99. And here's what's cool about that, guys, is I've shared examples of this in one of these next slides. It kind of explained this as well, but nobody has to tell the average person um, that there's a lot of money in social media. Like the Kelsey brothers, I use them as an example because they had a few million followers, but they got $100 million deal. Now, the average person, including me, I'm not really interested in going to get 2.3 million followers. Um, never really tried, but that doesn't necessarily even excite me. But what is pretty cool, I think, is most of you are just like me, is we're not going to go do that. But collectively, you don't think we can get a couple million followers here? I know we can. And we can get the same brand deals. In fact, Chris is a social media expert. They manage over 100 million YouTube subscribers. Um, and that's one of the things a lot of these people are excited about is like, wow, if we collectively as a company create that many users, we're going to get the same brand deals. What's cool is we're going to share that with all the creators as well as all of you, the members. So an average person can participate and start playing like a big dog, really, which is kind of the cool thing to me. And so, the platform experience, this is just an example what it looks like, very clean, looks a lot like Netflix, where you can go to categories, social, philosophical, etc. And like I said, user-generated content, we're actually starting to really work on that. Um, just so you know, we'll probably definitely curate that for the next 30 to 60 days. We want to make sure that really goes live um, and test it with some of you guys before we turn on the green light because it'll explode. I guarantee you. Like what is user generated content? It's just like Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Angelique, my son Bear well, no, we didn't really name him Bear. His name's Samuel. But his nickname's Bear. Nobody even knows his real name. So because his nickname is Bear. But anyway, they know how to upload their content. They can do that. It's going to explode. And I think it's going to be, as this says, the content's going to be as diverse as human curiosity itself. I kind of joke, but if you go to Patreon, there's one like this the community of scent for men. I just think that's a little weird, but there's obviously a lot of people that like that. I don't even know what that means, but it'll be as wide open as you can imagine, and you're going to see content go through the wazoo. Where, like I said, we want to be very careful on that one because just the bandwidth it creates and to make sure everything works correctly. That's the main thing for us. What we're most important about is if you decide, hey, I want to share this. I want to be more than a member. I see the value in this, and I want to share this with the people I love. Um, that has to work correctly. Meaning when you share that to somebody, to my friend Debbie Chris in Thailand, it has to attribute to you. And that's what we're really, really paying close attention to because that's important. That's important. People want that to work correctly, and we want it to work more correctly than anybody, trust me. So anyway, um, here's what's really cool, what I alluded to a little bit. Members can participate in the creator economy. My kids, my daughter here, they grew up with a creator economy. Is there any question in your mind that there's a lot of money in social media?
No.
In fact, most of her age group, they're like, I want to be an influencer. I want to be a creator. I don't want to have a normal 9 to 5 job. It's really created interesting concepts that you can generate that kind of money out of your home. And my kids are doing it actually, which is really kind of cool. But for a lot of people, they can't really play in the big leagues, let's say. They're participating in it. Right now, you're making the big platforms wealthy. Every time you share, every time you watch a short, every time you comment, etc., that's making a lot of people money. Typically not you, unless you're one of the Mr. Beasts or really big influencers. And what's interesting is we've talked to a lot of influencers, content creators over the last few weeks that have been following us. In fact, 4 of the biggest YouTubers alone came this week and said, we've been following you. We're excited to get started. So you're going to see a lot more. Like I said, if the early adopters, we appreciate you because you have to start somewhere. Everybody has a start date. And I think it's just exciting to be on the front end of this, guys. So um, what we did is create an affiliate plan. What does that mean? And I'll share a little bit of this at the end, some resources that might help you as well. But all it means is you become a member for $34.99. And if you want to share this, there's rewards for you. You can share it with others. You can share it with other content creators and influencers. And we just designed it to be the most generous on the platform, on the planet, I mean. And we really mean that. We looked at a lot of them and we just said, let's see what Amazon's doing. Let's see what Spotify's doing. Let's see what Instagram and all these companies, they have an affiliate program. Let's just make it 10 times better because we're in it for all of everybody involved. It's really interesting thing. And so we made it generous enough that the largest influencers, content creators are interested, but also simple enough where somebody like my mom could do it. We talked about this again. We had a pretty intense meeting with the whole team again today, now that everybody's healthy again and on the mend. Um, Emphasizing that again is we want to make this so simple. That's why we're creating two videos coming out where the average person goes share this, and also you can share it with a content creator to get their attention. So um, here's what's pretty cool. As I said, almost every major company, whether it's Amazon, Walmart, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, they all have an affiliate program. And I'll share, I put into Chat GPT earlier, why do all these companies have an affiliate program? I'll share the answer to you. It's pretty fascinating. You could do the same thing. You could go to Grok or Chat GPT and go, why do all these companies have an affiliate program? You know why? At the end of the day, because it works, and the people trust people that they know that, hey, you need to go check this thing out. So we're making it where you can simply share a video, guys, and generate a handsome income. So here's how it works: $34.99, a direct referral or personal referral. We specifically did not make this multi-level. We did not make this um, uh, network marketing on purpose. I love that industry. I still think it definitely has a stigma because do people treat it right or wrong? Yeah, but it's people treat everything right or wrong. And so fortunately I was just introduced by people I trusted. Like I said, my friend Steve and Kathy Rex, you know, he was a ski instructor at the Air Force Academy, an Army Ranger. Kath was a graduate, Olympian, top-notch people. I trusted them. And I realized this is the simplest way to make money ever. And we just made it an affiliate program because it doesn't have the stigma. Everybody's doing it, and it works. So here's how it works: if you refer somebody directly, you get 20% of that membership ongoing. Everybody's looking for mailbox money. They really are. Um, so what is that? 20% of that $34.99 is just under $7, so roughly $7. Now here's what's really cool. If you have 1,000 views on YouTube, now there's certain people that get a little better deal, but most people, if you have 1,000 views on YouTube, you make $10. So if you shared this with two people that became members, you're making more than 1,000 views on YouTube. That'd be $14. Now here's what's really cool. If they share it with somebody, you get another 12%. So you're at 32% now. Um, and that's just over $4. So I'll kind of give you some idea of how fast this really adds up. But what's pretty cool is the influencer bonus. When you've shared this with 10 or more personal members, or customers, where they see the value of Vidme and they want to be a member, you get another 25% bonus on all the earnings your personal referrals made. So for instance, if you brought in somebody and they went and shared it, created $100 a month ongoing income, 25% of that you'd make $25. If they made $1,000 that month, you'd make $250 on top of your 32%. That's where it gets very generous. And so um, top creators to non-techies can enjoy real recurring income, which is pretty cool. And you can see the disclaimer here. We're not making any guarantees of income. These projections should just be uh, as an example. It's everybody has to do that legally. We're just showing you this is how it works. Now, if you are an influencer or creator, um, this gets pretty exciting. Most people are not an influencer or creator, but everybody knows one. Even if you don't, it's pretty surprising. People know people, which is how things go viral on the internet. We just created an affiliate plan to match how things actually work on the internet. And so you can monetize with a fraction of your audience. Like I said, if you have 1,000 views on YouTube, you make roughly $10. If you shared this with two members, you made $14. Ongoing. On YouTube, you have to stay relevant. You have to follow the algorithm. People get tired there. We just wanted to, if you're a content creator or an influencer, you can create your channel, you create your content, you own it. You don't get deplatformed for something goofy because you offended the wrong person. We're going to keep it very uh, no nudity, obscene things, etc. It's a safe platform. We wanted to do it that way for a reason. And so, um, so imagine this. Let's say you're my son who's got 120,000 followers, or we're talking some of you guys. I know some of you leaders here. You're talking to people that have 10 million followers, 20 million followers across their platforms. Imagine if a fraction of that, say 1%, just to make the math easy, if they of my son, people are already asking him, uh, hey, would you create a class that teaches us how to paint, how to do what he does? And I told Angelique and her boyfriend they love to thrift and they're great at it. Like you need to do this because they're always screwing around and they find this incredible stuff and they can go make a lot of money every month just thrifting, and it's something they like to do together, which is pretty cool. So I think you guys are going to do that, aren't you? Yeah. So the average person, like a college student, a mom, whatever, could easily go make $1,000 a month by following the channel and understanding how you guys do it, right? What to look for, how to price it on different platforms, etc. So a lot of cool ideas with that. But if 1% of his following came in 1,000 and he gets 20% of every membership, it's 1,000 people times $7 a month. If you were the one who brought that influencer in, you get the referral income. You get the 12% of everybody they bring in, or $4 of everybody they bring in, plus the match of 25% of what that influencer makes every month. So it gets very generous. And if you're the average person, we're just giving you examples. I would just do this. If you're talking to somebody, map it out with them. How I always looked at this is you don't have to go crush this. You don't have to be great. With the tools that we're providing, guys, if you just shared this with people, just run numbers once and go, if you shared this with two people a month for a year and they shared it with two people a month for a year, do the math on it, guys. It'll shock you um, how big that number is. And that's not anything special. You don't have to be an income creator. Like I said, we wanted to make it so simple where if the average mom wanted to share this with a couple of people a month who shared it with a couple of people a month, that is worthwhile to her. She doesn't have to get a second job. She actually takes some pressure off her life, etc. So that's how that works. Let me just give you some updates. One, I wanted to share a little bit. Um, for instance, let me just show you this again, and then I want to go through something he actually. Uh, this is school games again. So Tombaloo, um, got 1,300 members that pay $119 a month. He was a $1 billion brand creator with Quest Nutrition, one of the most successful podcasts on the planet today. Let me tell you what he's saying about social media. In fact, do I have that pulled up? I might. Yeah, I do. So let me just show you some of this. So this was from a recent meeting he did with those members that are part of his $119 a month. So here it says, he's literally burning money to prove AI will kill your audience. So this is right from the email he sent to everybody and went through this with everybody. He says, I'm literally deliberately tanking my YouTube revenue, which is costing him tens of thousands of dollars. What everybody's trying to do on social media right now, he's going, in 2 years, it's not going to exist, guys. That way of doing it's not going to work. Why? Because AI. And he kind of goes his reasoning. I agree with him. And he talks about when Will Smith was eating spaghetti in 2003, you could tell it was AI, but it's getting so good that you'll be hard to tell. So he says one glitch was the only thing that separated my perception of AI from reality. Then it hit me. If I can't tell, neither can your audience. And if your audience can't tell the difference between you and AI, you're already dead because AI can outwork you. They can work 24/7. And so here's what's interesting. By early 2027, 90% of daily content will be AI generated, not assisted, fully generated. In fact, I was talking to a friend today and we were talking to some musicians and she's friends with some big traditional artists. There's there's bands on Spotify right now that are 100% AI getting millions of views. They're that good. People can't tell. What's going to separate that? 2027, 90% is going to be AI. 2027, the prediction is the creator economy would be 500 billion. Um, I don't care what you do for a living, it's probably not that high of a growth. Wherever all the experts are going, it's going to hit 500 billion. I know I was an aeronautical engineer. They weren't telling me that. They were going, AI is going to take your job, is what's happening. So He says the math is brutal. They can create content in seconds, not hours. It never gets tired, scales infinitely with no additional costs. Um, Scramblers to post more content, they're feeding the machine that's going to replace them. And meaning AI can just stay relevant. If you're already a creator, you know you have to stay relevant. You have to do so many reels. You have to post so many times a day in order to keep up with the algorithm. Well, AI can beat you. They can do it as many times as they day. So anyway, most creators are still optimizing for views, likes. Smart entrepreneurs are creating community. And that's where I think we step out, guys, is we're creating a membership-based platform, lots of live content coming. We're interviewing creators, new people on the platform, etc. And he says you got to flip the content community ratio. It's not going to be how much content you create, is how real is it? Can the creators connect directly with audience like we're doing here? And so your content becomes the bait for the community, not the main event. And so he's talking about give them something AI could never do yourself, something real, something authentic. And so in 2 years, there'll be two types of business owners: those who built communities and like and trust people that they know that's a real human, I know. And the entrepreneurs figuring this out will now own the next decade. The ones who don't will watch their honesties vanish in the ocean of AI content. Pretty interesting. So one of the most successful guys on social media is going, if you think that's how it's going to be making money in the next 2 years, I think you're wrong. And he's actually hurting his current content on social media to prove the point that he's driving 1,300 members over on a separate platform, School, that pay $119 just to be part of that. Guys, you can be a part of all this with all these creators, etc. That's pretty cool. Um, and I'm just going through updates, etc. Let me give you another interesting thing that I would take a look at. Just go to Chat GPT or Grok, whatever AI you're using, and go, why do affiliate programs work so well? I think I told you that. Here, I'm just going to read a couple of these to you. Actually, I should just share my screen and just show you. This is what Chat GPT gave me. It's kind of interesting. Okay, I'm on the right thing to share. It says affiliate marketing works well, meaning this. Why does Amazon, why does Spotify, why does Instagram, why does YouTube, why do they have affiliate plans? Affiliate marketing works well because it aligns incentives between creators, companies, and consumers. They all share together. They all eat from the same pie, which is really cool. Whereas traditional platforms right now, if you're just a member somewhere or free content, you're generating billions for the platform, but what about your family? What about your kids? Really not doing much for it. And so I like this high motivation for affiliates. If you want to just be a member, it's worth every penny. If you want to go, wow, I see this. I could share this with a couple of people a month. We share it with a couple of people a month and generate a nice income. Affiliates are directly rewarded for the value they bring in, encouraging authentic, targeted promotion. People trust recommendations from individuals more than traditional ads. It feels trusted referral, not a sales pitch. It's talking about how low cost way for all of us to enter new markets. Like I said, for most of you, $34.99 to enter the market where you can start to participate in a $500 billion a year industry. Yeah, that's called low cost and scalable. Win-win. You know, Consumers get value-added insights, discounts, curated. You can go through this. It's pretty fascinating. So in short, affiliate marketing works well because it's built on trust, aligned incentives, low risk, and scalable reach, all which lead to a better engagement, conversion, and growth for everybody involved. And so lastly, I'm going to go through a couple updates on just where we're at as the platform. This came out of our meeting today, um, that you can share with people. I hit on UGC, which is user-generated content. We're testing it aggressively right now, and we'll scale that out over the next 30 to 60 days. Like I said, this thing will blow up if we turn the lights on tomorrow, and we want to make sure the affiliate tracking absolutely works before it's opened up to hundreds of millions of followers, guys. So anyway, like I said, if you're an early adopter, we thank you, we appreciate you because you're helping us fine tune this. And so the live, it's been working fantastic. You may even see some stuff go live tomorrow. I don't want to say that 100%, but we realize how important that is to people, to creators, etc. So again, we are testing that flawless. Right now, it's working flawlessly. If you go to live, we're just showing you, like, you can tune into Bloomberg News if you want, but you don't have to go there. It's just This is where we know that content creators, channels, etc. That's where the real thing's going to be. Is if you're a content creator, an artist, a musician, people love to see behind the scenes content. They want to be part of something that's exclusive to them. That's why a membership-based platform works. We're not competing with YouTube and Instagram, and we don't need that. You know what we need is we need people that want authentic content. They go, I love this. I want to be part of a community, and I can earn rewards by sharing some of the best content and people I love. Because I said that the affiliate program run rings around traditional affiliate programs that those guys offer. And so uh, some more testing actually on that tomorrow on the live stream. But I think what you'll see starting even this week, next week, we're going to be start holding lots more lives, hosting creators when new people come on the platform, highlighting those and just showing you how cool it is. And so um, let's see, I'm just going through all my notes. Yeah, it says, let's see. Yeah, we have a go-to-market strategy in place. Again, we've been working internally on standard operating procedures internally, um, making sure there are literally no bugs in the affiliate tracking when we start bringing in that many people. So you're going to start seeing a lot more, like I said, some of the major YouTubers that even reached out to us this week. Four of some pretty major YouTubers reached out and said, "Hey, now that we can see the platform, we're interested in putting this together." So um, you're going to see a lot more of that, put it that way. And we'll be highlighting with a go-to-market strategy with a lot of these people doing more drip campaigns, et cetera, outside of just the affiliate marketing that we're doing. Um, New videos walking people through. Yeah, our notes that I took from today is the editing on the for the average person where you can just click on it. Go, guys, check this platform out. We're excited about this. And hopefully that should be up this week. In fact, we've got a note. Our goal is to push it by tomorrow night, but let's just say Thursday, Friday to make you guys happy. And then, in addition, it'll be followed by a creator video so people can send that video directly to creators, showing them, how cool it is that they own their content, the analytics that they'll have, but they actually own their audience, how easy it is for them to generate uh, recurring income from their current subscriber base already. And so ideally in the next couple of days, guys, people should have all the tools they need to just send out links and generate a ton of excitement. So anyway, hope that helps. And a little longer, but I wanted to go through some updates. We're making huge strides daily. Literally, like I said, the team was a little under the weather. The core team that has to make a lot of the decisions from the development team was a little under the weather. So we're back on it right now, and we can go watch the All-Star game. So I know I'm interested in that. So anyway, God bless you guys. We'll talk soon.